I like it small and.
The Podcasting Dead is available on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Make sure to subscribe for more podcasts. And while you're at it, drop us a like. If you want to help support the channel and have access to extra content, secret contests, and more, make sure to search for us on Patreon. Patreon.com/thepodcastingdead.
All right, we're the Podcasting Dead. I'm Justin.
I'm JP.
And so we do a Patreon cast, as lots of content creators do. And earlier, JP did a Comic Tom review, and we got to thinking, because you've done these for the last few months over on the Patreon cast. He's done an unboxing, but it's just audio. So we more or less were just pulling them out and describing them to people, which kind of felt like a tease. So we decided, hey, it won't take but a second. Let's sit down and actually make a video and throw it on our YouTube channel. So if you're not familiar with Comic Tom, JP, would you explain what that is?
Well, Comic Tom 101, he has a channel where they discuss new comics, old comics, trending comics. And what I mean by trending comics are comic books that are, it's almost like the stock market, like what's hot, what's blowing up, like the first appearance of Drax when Guardians of the Galaxy first dropped, stuff like that.
Right.
And it's just really informative. It's really fun. If you're a comic geek, definitely something you need to check out. If you're looking to get into the world of comic books, definitely something to check out. And they have a mystery mail call box where I've subscribed to it for several months. And you don't know what you're, obviously mystery, you don't know what you're going to get. There's exclusive variant covers, exclusive limited numbered art prints, and just really cool stuff. And I mean, I feel like you get a lot of bang for your buck. So let's open her up.
Let me say before we start that we are not paid for by Comic Tom. This is in no way so opinions are honest. JP tells you to get it or not to get it. That's not because Comic Tom is paying us to do this or even giving us free stuff.
But one thing I will say, if you get the mystery mail call box and you post an unboxing, be it to Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, they do enter you into a secret sweepstakes kind of thing. So, which this doesn't technically count as an unboxing because we have already opened it and looked through it. But next month, I'm thinking maybe I'll bring it in sealed.
Yeah.
We'll experience it.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
So, which that is not part of the mail call. That was just in my bag. But, let's, first things first, we got a variant cover of Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. Not a character I know a lot about, not a cover I'm really that stoked for. Not a bad cover, though, but as you've probably read, Shang-Chi will be introduced in the MCU in some capacity, be it a Disney Plus show, be it Multiverse of Madness, I don't know.
Right.
But a cool variant,
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
Put it a little bit closer.
Yeah, not mad at it.
Oh. This is the most unprofessional video you're ever going to see either, because we actually already done this. We did this just a few minutes ago, and unfortunately the camera just decided to stop recording without any warning. So this is the second time that we've done this. So we're kind of scrambling because we've got other things to do. So I apologize if we seem a little all over the place.
That was a book I was really stoked to get. That's Alpha Flight, I think 17, but there's a corresponding cover in Uncanny X-Men I've had for years. I forget the number, but it's very similar. That's recounting the first encounter of Alpha Flight and the X-Men. And if you don't know, Alpha Flight is kind of a Canadian super team where Wolverine...
Was Captain Marvel with them for a while?
Well, that's a new iteration.
Okay, all right, yeah. I don't read a lot of Captain Marvel, but I've got some of her stuff, and some of it was with like Alpha Flight or something to that effect.
Yeah.
May I note how badass this guy's got to be, because he is
right here uppercutting the crap out of Wolverine, and keep in mind Wolverine's bones are coated by adamantium, which is like the hardest, toughest metal ever. And he's also blasting Colossus. Just like, go away, I'm busy.
Go on somewhere, Colossus. I'm busy beating up Wolverine. Jeez.
But yeah, they're a Canadian super team, and that was Wolverine was with them before he was with the X-Men. And then they got all pissed off because they're like, hey, you deserted us, so now we're going to whoop that ass.
Oh, you just being they were once together. I thought you were just going to say maybe he ate somebody's sandwich on lunch break or something.
No. Wolverine has deep roots with Alpha Flight. So he is Canadian after all.
Here to save the day, eh? We love you, Canada.
Next we have art print from the Comic Tom. It's a limited number. And pretty sweet. You got the Pink Ranger, negative space art print.
Now, on the Patreon, when you showed me that, I didn't mean to cut you off, but in the Patreon, when you showed me this, just to clarify, I thought from across the room it was a comic, but this is actually a limited print.
Yeah, limited print. Very sweet. And I probably should have showed this at first. Every Comic Tom 101 mail call, blah, blah, blah. You get this little postcard. It's got like an exclusive little art print. And on the back, it tells you exactly what they're offering this month. Now, you don't get everything detailed there. But, they have, like I said, limited prints on variant covers. So it's just a cool little thing.
Yeah. That's a sweet little Wolverine.
Yeah. So, yeah. Next up, we've got a, not like a key issue or anything, just a cool book from 1990. Batman is in Russia doing some investigating. This like assassin, the Demon, is out there trying to kill Mikhail Gorbachev because he thinks he's betrayed the ideals of Lenin and Karl Marx, and he wants to restore Russia to his communist glory, blah, blah, blah.
So where does Batman fit in all that? Is he trying to stop them from killing him?
Yeah, he's trying to take down the Demon. It's part of like a little mini story, so you get a chunk of the story in that issue. I think that actually wraps up Batman's time in Russia, so that's like the end of that story arc.
447, super cool.
Yeah, not bad. Very clean copy. It's gonna stay clean, I hope. But yeah, and all the books you get are in really nice shape. I mean, you never get anything that's ratty or ate up. That's an issue from the latest volume of Justice League. I cut that series off, then picked it up. That's luckily one I was missing. They're reintroducing the Justice Society, which if you kept up with Flashpoint, the New 52, they cut out of the main DC universe, but have recently reintroduced. So always good to see the Golden Age heroes of DC.
Yeah.
Bring them back in the fold.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, very cool. Chaos across hypertime.
We're still feeling the effects of Flashpoint in the DC universe.
Oh yeah. Now this, probably I was super stoked to get that.
Boom, big reveal.
Yeah, King Conan #1, 1979. The first appearance of Conan as King of Samaria, first appearance of his son Khan. And just a really cool, clean book. I'm a big Conan fan, so.
So what's cool about Comic Tom is if you're, because I collect, I read comics. I don't want to say I collected them because I was a kid. I just loved the story, but I read comics as a kid. And then I got out of it for a while and got back into comics. I've got a box over at the comic shop next door and I've had it for 4 or 5 years now. But so if you wanted to start going back and getting some older stuff, Comic Tom will send you some older, you can start adding some older gems to your collection. It's not all just the new stuff and variants.
It's a really nice mix of the old and the new, and you get some key issues, man. I mean, that's a minor key, but I've seen people get like Hulk 180, the first appearance of Wolverine. I mean, they put some money books in there, man, if you hang in there long enough.
When you read this, do you hear Arnold's voice?
No, of course.
Low.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's been stalled or whatever, but they were talking about doing a King Conan movie and having Arnold reprise the role as an older, weathered Conan.
This is in really good shape to be from 1979.
Dude, yeah.
I mean, like looking at the spine and looking for bends and folds, it actually looks to be in damn near pristine condition.
Yeah, man, and I mean that's a $15, $20 book, so I mean that's like half the value of what I spent on the mystery box right there. So. I feel like for my money, I get a good bang for my buck.
Especially if you're a collector.
Yeah.
But, if you're thinking about getting into some old stuff, it's cool you can get a start.
Yeah, man. And it's fun. I hear people hate on stuff like this, so I'd rather just take that money spend it on something I know I want to get. But, man, it's so fun opening that box and just finding stuff like that. Like, man.
Well, I love mystery boxes, regardless if you're doing like Battle Box or any of those, because it's fun. It's like Christmas. You get a surprise.
Yeah,
you don't know what's in the box.
I really enjoy it.
So, yeah, 75 cents. Can we take comics back to costing 75 cents?
All right, here's the, you usually get 2 art prints per box. That's the second one, another limited print. Very well, not that, I mean, a very pretty Catwoman, print. She's barfing up some bats, kind of like John Coffey from The Green Mile after he...
We're going to keep it clean, but I feel like we could go super naughty with this if you really wanted to, throw your mind out in the gutter.
I mean, it's almost like she hit the bat bong and she's just, exhaling a super deep riff.
That's that bat ganja.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one too. If you listen to our Patreon cast, that's one I also thought was a comic, but it was actually a print. But I mean, prints are dope, man. I mean, you could frame that. You could really do whatever and spruce up your man cave a bit.
Yeah, super limited. What is that? That's well, not super duper, but yeah, $24.95 out of 2,500. So
nice,
not too shabby. And kind of got the what's the chick that's getting ready to play Catwoman in the new movies? Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz's daughter. Yeah.
Kind of got a little sort of a vibe of her in that. And this is the creme de la. Like I said, Conan, I was super duper stoked, but this is
the one I'm going to steal from JP when he goes to the bathroom.
This is really cool. It's hard to top this. Probably my favorite variant I've got from Comic Tom so far. So yeah, this is probably the best haul I've got thus far.
And now I don't read Power Rangers. I've gotten a few, like I did the Power Rangers Ninja Turtle crossover, mainly just because it was Ninja Turtles. I did the Power Ranger Justice League crossover. I didn't particularly love that too much. It wasn't god awful, but like I don't do much reading with the Power Rangers comics. But you were telling me that some of the Power Ranger comics are actually killing it right now.
Yeah. Boom's done a good job. I've got the first 3 trade paperbacks. I'll have to pass those off to you.
Yeah, I'll check them out. Yeah, JP actually, in addition to being a comic connoisseur, JP also works at the comic shop, which is owned by a good friend of ours next door. And I can say now I kind of work there.
Yeah.
JP more so than me, but I, basically when I'm off of my main job, I work there some, and the employee discount really sells it for me, especially when you're getting a lot of comics. I always feel like I'm spending too much on comics, and then like someone comes in and they're it bills like $200-$300, and I'm like, wow. Just imagine an employee discount on that.
Yeah, man, I'm actually spending more now that I've got the discount than I was before I had it, just because I can't help it.
It's hard not to, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you use it while you've got it. You can get a lot of things that, a lot more than you would if ever you're not working there and you go back to paying full price. So.
That's true.
But it is funny. You get the employee discount and you go to spending more now than you were total before.
It's a vicious cycle.
So that's Comic Tom. Check it out. You said that he's got a channel.
Yeah, Comic Tom 101 on YouTube. All kinds of great content.
Yeah, so check that out.
And I drop our name in the comments section.
Yeah. Say the Podcasting Dead sent us here. Yeah. And then also, if you're new, check out our channel. We, we've got Walking Dead podcasts. We talk about paranormal things. JP's always trying to convince me of some conspiracy theory or another. So check it out. Lots of cool content on the channel, and also our Patreon, patreon.com/thepodcastingdead, where you get 2 exclusive podcasts per week, which again is where that started. So we'll start doing these you said once a month is when you get those?
Yeah, you get them towards the end of every month. And the next one I'll bring in sealed, and we will experience the excitement together.
So absolutely. I love excitement. But and sorry that this one feels off. I hate the one that we did before this. It had such a good flow to it. I mean, we've been podcasting and doing this stuff for a while, so we just and we actually had so this is like our 3rd podcast for the day. So, if we seem a little off or the flow's not right, that probably has something to do with it. And the fact that we just did this and now we're redoing it because the camera decided it just didn't want to record the full thing.
That's true.
So hopefully you enjoyed. If you're a comic fan, leave us some love in the comments. Let us know that you're out there, because we would love to do more comic related content. We just don't seem to get as much feedback when we delve into comics as we do like shows or paranormal things or conspiracy theories. So if you want more comic content, please let us know in the comments below, and we will try our best to deliver. But in the meantime, we got stuff to do.
Yeah, and as Comic Tom says, geek responsibly, which I never do. I spend way too much money on all that stuff. But yeah. Oh, sorry.
That was irresponsible.
I know.
Comic Tom would not approve
He
of that.
wouldn't like it.
But we'll see you soon. I'm Justin.
I'm JP.
And we're the Podcasting Dead.